get the first volley past the half-court transition zone? How often in that last game did the volleyer off of the drive get their fourth ball volley past the transition zone? It's tough. It's tough, right? It is. It is. I mean, you almost have to kind of break your technique a little bit just to really get it out there. Hoppier paddles or livelier paddles. You have the engaged pursuit. You have the 002. You have some of the pro connects. Those paddles, very easy to get good depth. You know, something we're talking about yesterday in the car is when I drive, like if I notice that I mean, nothing against Selkirk, love Selkirk, but the paddles are made like a pillow, right? It's true. If I'm missing drops and I'm having a hard time coming in, if I'm playing against two people with Vanguard hybrids or Selkirk paddles that don't have a whole lot of power, I'm gonna drop. Why? Because it's tough for them to get their volley where? Deep enough to actually hurt me, right? So think about on the serving side, yeah, using that drive to enhance the next ball. On that next ball, you can hit a fifth shot drop. But you're using a drive to set up a shorter volley, running up, hitting a fifth shot drop, and now you're in, and the game is won and lost from here. Okay? So just think about, if that makes sense, you can use a drive, force on a volley short, come up, fifth ball drop, talk to me.
So would you say 16 millimeter paddle, Selkirk, Electrums, you would drive on them all day versus some?
If I'm playing somebody with like an engaged pursuit or a pro connect, somebody with a paddle that has some power, I'm probably not going to drive that. Why? Because that volley is going to come back in a hurry. Okay? It's a bit more situational. It's kind of based on the person, right?
Sure.
But plain and simple, if you're playing against people who have a softer paddle tech, Selkirks, you can get away with driving because it's tough for them to get the volley deep enough. CC, not to pick on CC. CC's using the S2 Vanguard hybrid, right? Looks like you probably take a bigger swing.
I do.
I would assume because you're playing with a pillow, right? It's true. It's true. She kind of has to like naturally swing because she's playing with a paddle that doesn't have as much pop. Did you have a hard time getting your volley deep with the Selkirk?
Without a big swing, yeah. I had to really put some more into it, yeah.
Something to think about. Just know who's in front of you, okay? Know who's in front of you. Think about paddle technology a little bit. But nothing wrong with, if you're not able to get your third ball drop down, driving your third, setting up a short volley, hit your drop, get your hiney in.
Well, we had a question yesterday about, who do you drive or drop to? We're talking about who to drop to, who to drive to, as far as finding your golden ticket. But we had a question say, well, what if you have no information about your opponents yet? What Tyson's giving you is, if you have no information, look at the paddle sometimes. That can give you a clue into maybe what some of those strengths or weaknesses may very well be.
Okay, groundstroke technique here, groundstroke technique. Something I was saying yesterday is that when you're at the baseline, you can tie your whole game around what you do well. You can be one-dimensional from here. Can you be one-dimensional from there? No, you have no time. You have no time whatsoever. Drew loves driving their forehand. Come on. Drew loves to just live and die on food. I like it. Very good. Who likes her two-handed backhand? Okay, I will have K-Mac demo that. Okay? So, take a look at some of the best drivers out here. Fire court's made this big. Play good defense and two, hit the stinking snot at your drive. You cannot hit the snot at your drive. You don't have time, you're swinging from here. When you have time to get organized, you get your kinetic chain going, loading off the back foot, you can get weight going at your target. It makes sense to have time and to use the whole court when you're driving. Know that your preparation on a groundy or on a ground stroke, whether it's a forehand or backhand, it's like a math equation. Takes it to be correct from start to finish. Okay? So K-Mac gets me a ball. K-Mac gets me a ball. First, I'm getting my hands turned. Forehand side. Whether I want to lay it straight back, butt cap is facing out the ball, I can lay it straight back. Tennis players, if you spent countless hours, countless dollars building a loop, doing all this stuff, I'd love to see you do it here. But know that you have to time your loop with the pace of the ball. Time your loop with making contact where? Out in front. Okay? But the hands are going to start together. The hands are going to start together, and the hands are going to finish together. Start, finish, start, finish, start, finish. I have more time than I think, so I'm letting the ball come to who? Come to me. I'm hitting all three imaginary balls. First one, second, and third. gain some good extension. If K-Mac were to feed me a ball here, I'm going to catch it with my left hand. What do you think my left hand is used for? Spacing, guider, where the point of contact should be. So think about if you want to hit your forehand with some authority, show me with the preparation, getting the hands organized. Okay? When I make contact, I'm making contact at the apex, bounce, apex, contact. Okay? I'm letting it come to who? Hands are together, load foot. Load is going into this foot, this is my stabilizer. I have strings tied up to my wrist and my hips. When I swing, the strings all stay together. Okay? I can get plenty of power from here. Once I start adding this, I can put big body parts. Okay? Whether you want to open your stance or close stance, I can care less. You can hit. Plenty of people who hit a forehand well with an open stance. Plenty of people who hit it well with a closed stance. If you have time, you can close your stance. Obviously, if you don't have as much time, open stance. Keep the right hip and the dominant shoulder connected the whole time. I probably have one of the better forehands in the game. I'd like to say I have a Ferrari forehand, and with that being said, I make damn sure to keep good connection with my dominant arm and my dominant hip. Right? So there's a string tied up here, and that stays connected. Okay? K-Mac, if you don't mind, show us how to two-hander. Okay, two-hander, left arm is your main use, right arm is kind of there to hang on to the side. Right arm is your guider, left arm is doing all the work. Anybody watch Kyrgios play yesterday?
Yeah.
Talk about a guy who literally doesn't use his legs at all. Stands up like this, he pokes at his two-hander, but like gets good extension with his left arm with zero knee bend. Don't do that. Takes a talented man to do that. Takes a talented nut to do that. Okay, again, take a look here. He's getting good extension with that left arm. Getting good extension with that left arm. He's waiting for the apex. Bounce, apex, again, he's waiting. Give yourself some time, he's keeping that connection with that left hip and that left arm. Getting good extension with the left. So, K-Mac, if you don't mind, drive. Show me what you do off your drive. Drive. So, again, driving. Good extension. Perfect. Thank you, K-Mac. Thank you. Questions on the drive. Hands organized. Use the whole court. Let it come to you. Contact is at the apex. So if you're driving at the baseline, you're hitting all three balls, right? If you're driving and you're inside the court, you're telling those guys in there what's your drive going to be, or I guess how is it going to differ when you're dealing with the return or dealing with a ball that's shorter. You're driving in transition versus driving from back there. So I'll answer one, please. Shorter. Okay, very good. So when I'm back here, I'm trying to add shape. I'm trying to get spin, but I can hit all three balls. Okay. If I'm trying to get more spin, I'm going to climb the wall more. I'm going to shorten my finish. Instead of hitting all three and lengthening, I'm going to hit the second one and then come up and like really climb that wall. So I'm looking to get more spin. I'm climbing up the wall more. When I'm in transition, I'm finishing at the first one and then I'm coming up. Take a look here. Shorter. You got the core. Tuck the elbow in, weight going forward. Anytime I'm compensating with weight transfer, I'm taking less take back and I'm shortening my swing so I can get more spin. A lot of times we'll drive the shorter one, flatten it out, and end up missing that drive ball. So if your weight's going forward, you're inside the court, you're thinking more spin, maybe 70% spin to 30% pace. As we're back here, 70% pace to 30% spin. Okay? Shorter finish, longer finish from back there. Drills are going to be, K-Mac, I'll have you back at the baseline there, brother. Actually, sorry. Let's go cross court, okay? So, pretty simple here. We'll go north side is back first. North side, you're hitting grounding cross court. South side, you were doing what? Punching back cross court. Okay, if I hit a drive over there, I'm gonna let the person know on the court. Keep your stinking drive cross court. Keep it cross court. I used to do this in tennis with the rubber ball. We can definitely do it with the plastic ball. Okay? So I'm hitting cross court. If I'm going cross court, where's my point of contact? Is it earlier or is it later? It's earlier. Very good. Paddle face doesn't line. Come on. So if I don't have time, I'm looking to drop back. Again, if K-Mac punches back, I'm going to drop. If I have time, I can drive. If I have time, I don't have time, I'm dropping. I have time. I have time. I have time. Okay? Let the ball come to you. So we'll go forehand side, back inside, and then change roll. Do it! Let's do it!
You know, hey, you know how it is. One side back. You guys are going to start up, driving and volleying back across the court.
So we're trying to hit their forehand? He said forehand side, back inside, and I was like, oh.
Honestly, I would focus on with your volley, just focusing on clean contact and getting it deeper. But if you're feeding them, then I would feed them one for the forehand.
Feed for forehand.
I got what you're going.
Okay, Maggie, you there? Ready? All right, Maggie, now I'm loaded. Oh, Maggie, sorry. Sorry. Sorry, that was wrong, Maggie. Sorry. There we go. All right, Maggie, now I'm locked and loaded for you. Just hit Kyle Hewins here. Watch out behind you.
Sorry.
All right, Miss Maggie. I got it.
Sorry, good copy. Bad beat. Sorry, Doug.
I know, right? Well, also the wind is so different right here. How do we have no balls, Maggie? They all must be going somewhere. I don't like it. Sorry, we're having crazy ball time.
Oh, sorry. Matt, you can fire it over here. Oh, good one.
Get ready.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
Maggie.
still dry?
I'd like to go ahead and go forehand.
Still want to work the forehand, though, yeah?
Oh, sorry, Megan. Oh, are you left-handed?
Well, yeah, I would say, which side do you prefer driving on? Backhand or forehand? So because she prefers the backhand, she makes most people do.
Okay.
I got one here. We're running out of the basket.
We are.
I think they stole them on the other.
Oh, got that one.
Ah, terrible feet. Terrible feet. Sorry, bro. That was awesome.
Nice, Maggie.
Watch your feet, Doug. Oh, look at that.
Over there?
Oh,
Sorry, Maggie.
thanks, Doug.
Honestly, I can't. You've got a great angle. I don't. That's the thing. It's just, it's right, Maggie. I'm trying to actually get it to you.
Good ball.
Good rally, Maggie.
Out, out.
I have a bunch of balls for next time. You don't have to
Good play.
chase.
Out.
So we change sides?
Still driving.
Change
Switch
sides?
sides, go across the other way. Still driving back here, go across towards the other direction.
Nice one, Spurs.
Here, I got it.
Oh, way out. Oh, sorry, Jordan. Here you go.
Sorry, better. Here, Maggie, I got you. Okay, I'm gonna watch it. Here we go. Better, better. Maggie, if you could see that man just slow.
That's a great return. Good ball. Yeah.
That's it. So much better.
That felt so good, Kyle.
Dang it, look at that.
Wow.
See how the ball stays down?
Yeah,
The
that's
ball's gonna stay down, and that's what you want on a drive.
We need to go for those. That's my fault.
Nice, I got you.
got it, Kyle.
Two-hander, look at that.
I got mine, Maggie.
That's fast, man. Legs, legs, legs.
That was